Sun is starting to set here at Phillip Island. Good evening, everybody. Greg Rust and Richard Crail with you on our various Motorsport Australia Facebook platforms, and especially those of you following the Shannon Speed Series. Sign says no spectating, so we're off to a good start. We're a couple of rule breakers. Right, let's wander here, shall we? We're out the front of Melbourne Performance Centre. We're debriefing the first day of action here. Round 3 of Shannon Speed Series at the Island, but the first round of Fanatec GT World Challenge Australia.
And what a day, Rusty. An incredible race. Unfortunately cut short. Can confirm Ben Schutz is okay after that massive accident you would have seen. Check the Motorsport Australia and Speed Series socials for a replay. But unfortunately cut short. A potentially really thrilling finish. But it was still an amazing start to the season and what's going to be an incredibly competitive year.
Shall we dive in and talk to a couple of people who probably won't be happy with us. We're going to do it anyway because we're live on Facebook. Hello, Stephen Richards. Gregory. I get a Gregory. I'm in big trouble.
Gregory?
I'm good. So you're here, Melbourne Performance, but you've got the Cooper hat on, looking after Clay. Give us a little thought on today. He battled hard there with Ben Barguana. We thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend because it's the first time we've managed to sort of transfer into Q2, so that was really good. The car's been fantastic, but we seem to be we're just trying to bridge a gap to the front 3 guys, and it's I'm making the wrong decisions with the car, and we're making it a bit worse. So we can't do much more to make it worse. So I think if we go in the other direction, and I stop working on and engineering it, we'll probably be right.
Okay. He at one point in the fight down at 1, he opted for the outside line, which we thought was enormously brave. And on the first occasion, he pulled it off too, didn't he?
Yeah. I keep saying to him, mate, you've got points here. Like, don't get too carried away. There's not too many outside lines on the outside of turn 1. So, he's the one thing is, in the Cooper, he's really comfortable with it. He can sort of. He's doing a lot of things in some of the races, and we sort of saw it at Tasmania that he can sort of get the car into a position and somehow manage the situation, which is great, which is really good. So he's having a lot of fun and he enjoys the car, and we just got to keep improving.
Your playlist on here at NPC, is it?
Yeah, we've got a bit of Carl Cox going over here, mate.
Well played. Good job, righto, mate. Thank you.
Rusty, from Richards to a Shoemaker, I found Brad after the opening round of GT World Challenge. How was that? I don't know where to start with that race.
Yeah, it was pretty radical race out there today, wasn't it? Obviously, these cars are so fast here now, dipping way down into the 1 minute 25s here on this circuit. And as a driver, for sure, it's really tolling on your body to take the G-forces that have increased in these cars. But it's just such an amazing opportunity for me to be here with Audi Sport Team NPC, and obviously driving alongside Will Brown. He's a legend bloke, and we get along so well, so having a great time.
You wouldn't know it with the sunshine now, but it started raining just before the compulsory pit stop window. You're on slick tyres in a rocket ship Audi R8. What were those conditions like?
Yeah, it's really difficult. Actually, with the new circuit, it's almost not conventional to what usually feels like when the rain hits the circuit, and it becomes immediately too slippery for the wet. In particular here at Phillip Island, multiple times for us in the GT3, we've had half a circuit wet and half a circuit dry, and so not wet enough for the wet tyre. And ultimately, the team actually reached out to me on the radio to ask for my input on what tyre we should send Will out on, and I suggested we stay with the slick, and it paid off in the end. So happy days. P3
today. Can you beat those Ferraris tomorrow?
Yeah, the Ferraris are so fast in the straight line. Basically from Siberia to the entry into Lukey Heights, it was almost impossible. They were pulling away each time, but there's certain positions on the circuit where obviously the Audi is strong as well. Look, we'll jump in first tomorrow, then I'll finish the race off. Definitely me and Liam are for sure well matched against each other, and I guess it's just who's going to be the best on the day, but I'll be giving it my 110%.
Nice, mate.
Hey, before we go, we had a little commentary debate today. Does the term Bathurstian exist? Is that a real thing? I mean, what do we call it?
I say it does, Brad. And I spend a lot of time in that part of the world. Rusty disagrees with me.
It's your home
you
term.
Live there. What is it?
For sure I've been called a Bathurstian a lot. I don't know if it's a term that we came up with. I think it might be a term other people came up with. I'm happy to wear it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a true blue Bathurstian. You could call me lover of my hometown.
There you go. I think we've proven something.
Yep.
We're a couple of Bathurstian commentators. We're off, mate. So well done. Right, let's wander through here.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
leave
go to the back,
NPC and round to the left. We'll just venture, because I think what we should do, if we can, is show some of the fans following on Facebook here inside Arise Racing and take a look at some of those really cool Ferraris, which made their debut successfully here this weekend. So this has been a big undertaking, a big commitment by this team, hasn't it? Here's Adam Doro here. Hello, mate. We're live on Facebook. Sorry, we're dive bombing you here. Good first outing for these cars.
Yeah.
A lot of work's gone into it. Give us a little debrief on Saturday here at the Island.
Yeah, it's a fantastic result for the team. Obviously, qualifying, we were fast, and the race, it wasn't plain sailing, and we were able to get it home in the end, which is great. 1-2 for the team is fantastic way to start the season.
Cool. What's been the learnings out of the past couple of days with these machines? You spent a bit of time in the West and even in Italy. They're an exact machine, but get it right, and they're rewarding by the sounds of it. Is that right?
Yeah, they're a proper race car, which is really, really, it's a pleasure to work on. They're very reactive. They respond to change. We haven't quite got on top of getting the balance just right for the drivers. There's still work to be done. It's as we learn, we can kind of develop and keep pushing harder. We're obviously trying to make sure that we make minimal mistakes today. We think there's a lot more in there. So we just have to keep chipping away at it, and hopefully as we go to future rounds, we'll be faster again. Cool.
Final thought for you, just on in terms of a driver lineup. We're going to talk to one of them in a minute, but I mean it is a stellar lineup from all sorts of different areas. Liam, who we'll talk to in a moment, did some great things last year. He's beautifully paired with Chaz, and then even a great opportunity for Elliott Shute alongside Jackson.
Yeah, no, we spoke in depth about drivers for the program. And, Liam and Chaz, obviously I've worked with in the past with other teams, and we've got a great relationship, a great dynamic. Elliott's an up-and-comer. He's just getting faster and faster. And Jackson's a known quantity, driven a lot of GT cars. And the best thing about the whole driver dynamic at the moment is, we've got 4 guys that complement each other really, really well, work together as a team, all have fun, but we all put the hard work in as well. And they all want to help each other be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what that's really good to see. No major egos, no issues, and it makes the work of the engineer quite easy because it's enjoyable, it's fun.
I know we can't understate how massive this project has been, mate, from getting the cars landed to the new workshop, the way everyone's come together. But to get some success on the first day, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully it wasn't a one-off and we can repeat it again at some future events.
Well done. There's Adam Doro. Let's go to Crowy.
Rusty, engineer, race car driver. Really good performance today, Liam. Congratulations. We heard from you on 7 on our broadcast about your race. I'd like to talk to you about these cars, and actually might get Rob to have a look behind us because your sister car's got the rear clip apart. What are these things like to drive, and in particular compared to the Audi that you won the championship in last year?
Yeah, very good question. Good afternoon, everyone. Basically, with the Audi, it's almost Porsche-like that you get the pendulum effect in the rear, so you don't want to get up to the limit because once you do, it's going to swap ends. I feel like with the Ferrari, you can step up to the limit and drive over the limit and catch it. So from that point of view, it instills a lot of confidence. And if you can drive over the limit and catch it, then you know you can go to the limit. So, just obviously makes you look like a better race car driver than perhaps you are.
Has it been challenging to unlearn Audi techniques and adapt to this car, or has that been relatively straightforward?
In Perth, no, but then coming here on the test day, maybe the track was a bit different. Yep. Had a little moment at turn 1, the slow speed 6-gear corner, but you never stop learning.
These things are incredible, aren't they? Can you get your head around some of the stuff that goes into these current top flight spec GT3 cars?
We've really pushed the envelope in the Ferrari this year compared to other GT3 cars. It's very prototype-like. I mean, on the steering wheel, we have 600 combinations.
600?
600.
How many of those can you remember off the top of your head?
2.
Gas.
Break.
Yeah, excellent. Awesome job today. So we do the reverse tomorrow. So different start, different finish order. Can you go back to back?
I would have said no, but Bathurst last year, season opener, went back-to-back, so that caught me by surprise. I mean, we could do the same as everyone else and maybe get the result, or maybe we roll the dice, do something different. It's like, I don't know, risk versus reward. The aero wash is bad. The tyres are dropping off. I mean, I've been in this scenario before where you get the maximum handicap, so you stay stationary for longer. Yep. And yeah, so I don't know. It's a tough one, but you know, I never die wondering. Just 100%.
True story, mate. Great drive today. Well done. Amazing stuff.
Thank you. Oh, I mean, it's a team effort. The work going into the car before it even landed here, and trying to learn a car like in such a short amount of time has been phenomenal. And you know, big thanks to the team. Without all that hustle and effort, we wouldn't be here in this strong position.
Well done, Liam. Congrats. Rob, just come in and get a squiz at this car because, like Liam touched on, they've put a lot of the prototype learnings into the development of these cars, and it was Orica, well-known sports car manufacturer, that did a lot of the development work on this car, the 296 GT3, taking over from Michelotto, who built the previous Gen GT3 cars. And front and rear clips, this is all carbon fibre. I do not know what it costs, but it's somewhere approaching Cameron van der Nungen's wage for the weekend.
Exactly.
So, but amazing technology to these cars, and they're all designed for serviceability. So the clip can come off, you can get into the engine, you can get to the transaxle behind, uprights, suspension dampers. It's an incredible bit of kit.
Sleeves straight over the exhaust pipe, and what you can't see is the adjustability of the rear wing beneath it there. So they could effectively make a change, swap clips in a big, long endurance race and pop it on. I reckon just before we wrap this up, because I know we've been talking for a little while here, Jackson Evans is just up ahead of us. Hey, we're live on Facebook, and I know you're busy chatting away here. What are we looking at here? A little tune-up for you seat-wise, or is it Elliot? What are we doing here?
Yeah, just a little tune-up of the seat for Elliot. You know, we haven't done many long runs in the car, so he said after the first 30 minutes today he started to have a bit of back pain. So just trying to get on top of that before tomorrow's race and you know, get him back to feeling 100%.
Just quickly, thoughts on today, the car, how you're settling in with it? What do you think of it?
Yeah, look, it's amazing to drive. It's pretty cool to be in the Ferrari, but part of this team. You know, they're doing a really good job, and you know the way everything's set up. I heard Liam touch on. You know, has been pretty phenomenal, and you know, just a pleasure to be part of the whole team and have Elliot along my side. He did a really good job today. Probably carried me a little bit, which is good to see in his first race. But no, really enjoying it, and hopefully we can go one better tomorrow.
And finally, 7 proud broadcasters of the Supercars Championship. You're off to Taupo next weekend. You're looking forward to that?
Yeah, look, I can't wait to get back to New Zealand. You know, it's been a while since I've been there and raced there, but you know, really looking forward to it. I think it'll be pretty exciting, and you know, hopefully the people turn up, and it's going to be a good weekend, I think.
Well done. Thank you.
Cheers.
Rich?
Worth talking to the other half of that combination. Apparently you carried him today, Elliot.
No, he's being too kind. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with how today went. I was nervous, I think, to say the least, for the first GT3 race. But yeah, Jackson's honestly taught me so much off track, on track in the last week or so. And yeah, I think it just kind of came together today, so I feel quite relieved.
Have you had a little moment to step back and go, I was leading a field that included some pretty serious race car drivers today?
Yeah, I think it's sinking in. It probably will, I think, tonight. But yeah, I think it's just such a privilege to be doing this stuff and yeah, being on track with who I'm on track with and learning from who I'm learning from. So yeah, it's quite surreal.
Hey, we're nearly out of time, but we are thrilled you've got this opportunity, mate. Make the most. I mean, you clearly are making the most of it, and enjoy tomorrow. All right.
Cheers, thanks.
Well done. Let's wander out here because the crew are trying to work. We're in the way. Sorry, Sorry, Jackson. In fact, why don't we go backwards because I don't want to damage any of the beautiful parts on this car. We're nearly out of time in this this Facebook Live. We hope you enjoyed it. Now, we didn't necessarily just watch Rob, our cameraman. We've got to look after you. Sorry. He's going backwards, so we got to think about that as we exit the garage here. We focus mainly on the Fanatec GT World Challenge Australia then, but kind of with a little bit of good reason. It's the opening round of their championship. This is the 3rd stop on the tour for Shannon's Speed Series, and I promise you tomorrow, if you join us on 7 Plus or 7 Mate, we're on 7 Plus from 10:10 Eastern tomorrow, for example, the action just keeps coming at you. We've got one of those really busy schedules. Today, a bit of history was made as well. Monochrome GT4 is absolutely off and running in this country, and a brand new Mustang GT4, the first of its kind in Australia, the first in the Southern Hemisphere, had a win. 60th year of Mustang. Doesn't get much cooler than that, does it? And
the fact, Rusty, it was done with a Miedeke behind the wheel, a driver, or a family surname with so much Ford influence. Andy raced Ford Sierras in Australian Touring Car Championship. That's cool. They're a Ford dealer. I mean, that helps as well, doesn't it? And the first one in at the 60th anniversary Ford Mustang race, Phillip Island. Really cool story, and you'll see more of those tomorrow.
Elliot Shute, who we just spoke to, has come out of Radicals and is getting this wonderful opportunity with Ferrari. The Radicals are in action tomorrow. We saw some drama, unfortunately, for Tony D'Alberto in TCR. He won the title in 2022. The win today, well, it went to the 23 title winner in Josh Buchan for HMO Customer Racing. And James Moffat had a great day out in the Trans Am, didn't he?
Battling with Beebs, with James Golding. Really good fight there. And Porsche Michelin Sprint Challenge back with another sprint race in our broadcast tomorrow. Young guns at the front. 18-year-old Oscar Target. 18-year-old Hamish Fitzsimmons going toe-to-toe. Young Kiwi Clay Osborne third. Really good stories all the way throughout this Speed Series paddock here at Phillip Island.
So that's it from us. A couple of maniacs in the Phillip Island paddock area. Make sure you stay across our Motorsport Australia and Shannon Speed Series socials. We'll have all the latest news for you. And join us tomorrow when we go racing. Final day of action here at the Island.